Okay, team, video number 8 regarding the REO properties, the do's and don'ts, and what to do next, what to stay away from. Well, hey, listen, in the last video I talked a little bit about the bad experience I had with a gentleman, a quote unquote St. Louis buyer from St. Louis, Missouri, second generation millionaire, buys property all through St. Louis. But guess what? He did a deal with us, got the property, and he didn't pay the auction house. Neither did he pay us as the brokers. So we all lost about close to $10,000 on that deal, and it just wasn't worth the time. But what we could do, what we legally on paper, we could file a lawsuit, and we did. We put in a lawsuit and put a lien against the property. But we hated having to do that. First of all, for something so small, and then you're dealing with someone who's supposed to have integrity. And no matter who you're dealing with, guys, there are grimy lawyers. People. There's brokers that are not really nice in this business. You have some realtors that are not nice. Some wholesalers are just not honest people. And I had that kind of experience with REOs. And when I had that happen, I backed up from them for a little while. But guess what? Like anything else, when you're not having a good day or something's not going right for you, you got to get back in the game and try it again. You just can't quit on a thing. You have to keep pushing, keep going until something pops. Okay, so I'm going to highly recommend that. Again, transforming your mind is a big part of you staying focused. When you transform your mind, you make up in your mind that you're not going to quit no matter what comes your way. That's how you really win. You just don't quit, give up. So I got back in the game again several months later, and I have a good story, a good testimony to tell you. And so this will be my last video. This is video number 8. This is enough content for you guys for the first month. Focus on 2 videos a week, all right? Or listen to all 8 of them this week. The next week, listen to all 8 again, because you have to digest this content and get it inside of you so you can begin to make moves on what you hear, okay? So here's some good news. After several months of, advertising and marketing, I found 2 buyers, okay? And I found these buyers through some of my other students that were with me. They were bringing me these buyers. And let me tell you something, man. These buyers are from the Northeast. One was from New Jersey and the other one was from Brooklyn. And it took me several months to find these guys. Okay. Well, one of the guys wanted strictly multifamily property, so we had to go and find him something. To this very day, it's been several months. We still haven't found him the perfect deal yet, but he did everything we asked for. He gave us the letter from his attorney, with the amount of money that he had, reserved for investing. Never got a problem out of him. I was able to call the attorney and verify that he had the funds. And the other guy, who's from the New Jersey area, did the same thing. He didn't give us any problems. And lo and behold, he wanted some multifamily, but mostly he wanted some single family. He wanted to get some, some REOs in the New Jersey area. And so one of my students at the time, one of my mentees, one of the guys I was working with, we put our heads together and we started looking for property, and we got a good REO list. We must have got like 35 or 40 properties, 35 or 40 in that area in Jersey, in the Newark area. I think that's what it was, yeah. And man, we got those properties over to him. He picked out like 10 of those properties, and we were going to make about, I think it was $3,000 per property, just me and my other partner. So we would make, $1,500 per property per person. So for 10 properties, that was a good bit of cash, right? That's 15 grand a piece. Right? So, we did that for him. We got him going, and, and it's something that buyers will do sometimes. Whenever they find out that, you're going to make a pretty good commission and they're going to be paying those fees, sometimes they'll try to talk you down from the fees, and sometimes you got to work with them because you have to have some middle ground because you don't want to lose them. Well, he started talking us down, and I think he got us down to like $500 per property or something, which is okay. $5,000, per person is what we're going to make. It's $500 per person times 10. Either way you look at it, it's $5 grand a piece. That's what we're going to make, right? And got to the closing, and there were some other fees that he was going to pay. He needed to pay the auction house, and he ended up not buying. But here's the good thing about that, because we proved ourselves to be, loyal enough to go out and find him good deals. he's still working with us today on other bigger deals. So sometimes if the REO business doesn't really work and you find legitimate buyers, you can always find them other single family property. We just didn't get a deal done with him with those REOs. Okay, now we've had other deals that did very well, but toward the end, he just didn't like the fees. He liked the properties, he just didn't like the fees. So he's still with us today. He's one of our clients, and I can't say his name again for privacy reasons, but that's what happens when you hold out. You wait, you keep pushing, and sometimes your client doesn't want to bend. You know, he had a certain type of property, a certain area he wanted, certain cap rate that he wanted on, you know, some of those properties, because some of those properties had people, tenants living in them. So if he bought 10 properties, that's almost like buying a portfolio, really. And he wanted a certain cap rate and all that was there. He just didn't want to pay those extra fees. And you can't blame him for that, trying to save money, right? But I'm happy to say, after we proved ourselves to him, he said, man, you guys are pretty legit. I'm going to stick with you. And that's been over a year now. He's been with us. So when you find a good cash buyer, he's a single cash buyer. He's not a co-op or he's not tied to any kind of hedge fund company. You want to stick with the people that stick with you. Bend over backwards for your clients and make them feel comfortable, make them feel special because they are. You know, it's not the first sale that makes you rich and makes you successful. It's the more you serve and you get the repeat business from your clients. Does that make sense? Okay. So in my closing, I want to encourage you to read, challenge. I'm going to talk a little bit more about motivation now. I'm going to challenge you to read a book per month. Some of you can read a book a week. Some of you can read 2 books a month, 2 books a month. I'm going to challenge you to read 50 books this year. Challenge yourself to that next level, but at least a book per month, because your business, real estate or whatever business you have, I don't care if it's your contractor, realtor, investor, wholesaler. Your business is only going to grow to the extent that you grow. Let me say that again. Your business is going to grow and develop and become greater. But it's only going to grow great and become more by virtue of you growing more with it. It's only going to grow to the extent that you grow and develop your mind and your capacity to manifest, to manifest the way of thinking that comes along with wealth and abundance. You can't manifest something you don't believe in. You just can't do it. So you have to retrain yourself, your mind, and the things that you've been taught as a child when it comes to success, prosperity. Because if you've been taught wrong and bad, you're going to do what you've been taught. Your mind is the most important thing on your body, believe it or not. Well, it's, your brain, but I'm saying what's in your brain, your mind, that part of you is the most important part, because as your mind goes, that's how you go. Okay. And you guys know I'm a strong Bible believer, and I'm a strong believer in the book of Proverbs. It says, so a man thinketh in his heart. It says his heart, but in his mind, in his inner being, so as a man thinketh, so is he. Okay. And it also says in 3 John, I wish above all that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. Your soul is your mind, will, and emotions. That's what it is. So you're going to prosper and you're going to grow by virtue of growing as your spirit grows, as your mind grows, and it's all connected. Your mind and spirit are connected, but it's your mindset and how you see, how you view things. They're intertwined, they're connected. So if you don't grow as a person, your income's not going to grow. Your business is not going to grow. And that's the sad part, because most of you think you're just going to get it because you hear it, name it and claim it. I'm going to put that property under contract. I saw Grant Cardone do it. I'm going to be able to do it. Doesn't work that way. You have to grow first. And I hope these words were encouraging to you. And if you have any personal questions for me, remember, I don't do any personal one-on-one mentoring with this. You can only get the mentorship through my videos, through this setting, because it's only $9.99 a month. But if you need more mentorship and you really want to go deeper into this and you really want to talk to me on the phone one-on-one, you want to put together a plan of action, a strategy for you to succeed, and for me to show you exactly what you need to do, you need to become a paid member. You'll just need to visit my website at JW Acquisitions and Development, JW Acquisitions and Development, .com. Okay. You need to go there and take a look at what we got and see what kind of program suits you, because you need to speak with me one-on-one. We need to put together a plan of action for you to get you where you need to be. 3 to 6 months I recommend, 18 months and 36 months. I teach all, I show you a strategy how to attain what you want in those time frames. If you don't write down your vision, it won't be plain and you can't accomplish it. You can't just go by something in your head. You have to write it down and it becomes law. It becomes a vision when you do that. I talk to everyone that I speak to on the phone. I tell them the same thing. Why? Because you learn by repetition. It doesn't change. Okay? The times and seasons change. The strategies change for real estate. But the laws that govern abundance and success remain the same. I hope you got something out of this. And I'm glad you're part of our team. And I'll see you next month or up here at the top. Okay? Have a great day. Enjoy these sessions for the month. And I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.